Hey everyone, it's Kbosen중kie. Welcome to the show. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the American League All-Stars going up against the Chicago White Sox. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
And now, please welcome your Chicago White Sox.
Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Martin Perez.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because, you know, guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Swing and a ground ball. Vaughn takes it himself, one up, one down.
Batting second, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson at the plate. How did so many teams pass on this guy in the draft?
Oh, you know the teams were interested, but just went in different directions. Phillies had Bryson Stott graded better, and the Yankees went with Volpe when they had the chance to draft Gunnar. Lots of good players in that draft class, and so good to see them panning out.
One out, bases empty. Henderson batting second in today's lineup, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one ripped. That's back.
Come on now.
Gone. He made him pay for that one. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. So many times a sinker inside is a foul ball off the ankle for the batter, but that time he did a really nice job of staying inside the pitch and getting through it.
And now it's Juan Soto. First pitch, not close. One down, base is empty.
Ball, that's out.
And that misses. And now 3-0. Perez, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
One gone, runner at first. Here is Aaron Judge. Sinker catches the zone at the knees. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
And now he's fallen behind Judge. Soto over at first with one away. Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. Judge rips that one. Benintendi going back on it. See you later. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here's Yordan Alvarez, and that is downstairs. And that's ball one. And another ball. Perez, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
And there's a ball.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Outside and low, it's ball four.
2 walks in the first has to be some cause for concern. I mean, you're talking about a guy you want to pitch deep into the ball game. It's not going to help with the pitch count right there. They can't afford to hand out free bases at this rate.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Vladdy needs just one hit to reach 200 for the season. Still only one out here in the inning. On the ground to the left. Dive, and he's got it from his backside. They get one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
What an acrobatic play right there. Knocks it down, throws from the seat of his pants, and just looks like he's playing in the backyard. He makes it look really easy.
Here's Jose Ramirez. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident. And there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
And the lefty with the 0-1. Next offering is outside. There's a swing and a drive. And that one hops the wall. Coming home. The tag, and he's safe. And they lead by 4.
Picks himself up an RBI. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Adley Rutschman. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
And misses inside.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. And the lead is up to 5.
He was all over that one. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
So digging in, Stephen Kwan. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. On the ground to third. They get the force, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And the lead is now 5-0. Back here at Great American Ballpark. And our starting pitcher here today, Corbin Burns.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Here's Mike Tauchman.
Right fielder, Mike Tauchman.
And that clips the inside corner. Hard hit, right side. Altuve slings to first. Tauchman is gone.
Batting second, center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
And now it's Luis Robert.
Go, Luis. You got it.
Let's go, Luis. Let's go. Come on.
And ball 1.
Come on, Sox.
Fought off foul.
Go, Sox.
That catches the top part of the zone. And that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's go, Sox. Come on, Sox. You can do it.
And that's outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one outside. 3-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
The delivery to Robert. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Come on.
Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. Struck him out looking. Benintendi to the plate.
Come on, Drew.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Yeah, Andy.
Right through there for a strike. That one the other way. Fires over to Guerrero. And Benintendi is out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So they go quietly there. We move to the second here in Cincinnati. The AL out front here, 5-0. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the
Jose
American
Altuve up to hit
second
here.
baseman, Jose Altuve.
You're overrated.
Perez back to work. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Come on now.
And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting.
Really nice
shortstop,
job
Gunnar
staying up the middle with
Henderson.
his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0.
Well, not only can Perez pitch, but he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up to the World Baseball Classic? If you watch that video, you'll see how much that moment meant to him.
That's in there, and it's 1-1.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Double play. Woo!
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Come on, White Sox. Come on, Sox.
And a 1-2 again. Got him swinging. Here's Juan Soto.
Right fielder.
He's a
Juan
guy who does it
Soto.
all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Up and in, ball 1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Man at first, 1 away. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, that ball was hit pretty hard and sure had home run distance. But if you're the pitcher out there on the mound, you execute it. Just a long strike. You go after him and finish him off.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And ball 1
That's inside.
to Judge.
Swing.
And Judge spoils that one.
Let's go, Chicago.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now
Now
with
batting,
2 away.
designated hitter,
Here comes the
Yordan
skipper, and
Alvarez.
we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Martin Perez won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Jared
the White
Schuster
Sox,
into the game.
number
And with the big
51.
deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. He reached on a walk his first time. Looked like it was a little bit up.
Come on, Giant Sox.
Foul ball. First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second.
Come on, White Sox.
And that one hammered Benintendi. Going back on this one. Reaching for it and brings it in. AL leaves a pair as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Andrew Vaughn now.
First baseman Andrew Vaughn.
Let's go, Drew.
The pitch. That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1. Burns He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. 2-0 to count. Here it comes. There's a strike.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Fights it off, you'll see another. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Just missed. And down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Here's Josh Rojas. That's in there, and that is strike one. One down, base is empty. A little out front there as he swings through it. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
Here's the 0-2. That's down and in. Here's the 2-2. That's to third. Tosses to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
96, second baseman, Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty.
Go White Sox.
And it's fouled away.
All right, Chicago.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We played 2 full. The AL leads it 5-0. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
All right, Sox.
There's a swing and a miss.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
The 1-1. Now a screamer into the outfield. Benintendi makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. A double and a run scored his first time up. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. One down, base is empty. Got him. 2 down.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Go, Red Sox!
Rutschman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Lace down the line, could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Let's go, White Sox!
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Rutschman in to score. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. 1 for 2. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Base hit. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's an RBI single. It's 7-0. So man aboard. And here is Gunnar Henderson. He's already homered in this game. Up and in, 1-0. That clips a corner. Two outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that's a little high. Altuve, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Out number 3. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The American Leaguers on top, 7-0. Back here in Cincinnati, bottom of the inning. So now it's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas.
And that one hit 97 on the gun.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1 now.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground, right side. Altuve handles it. Throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Batting 8, shortstop Brooks Baldwin.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Brooks Baldwin.
Come on, Sox.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Next offering is down low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's Corey Lee. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Let's go, White Sox.
2 down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
Give it to him, Chicago.
That misses.
Outside.
And a count 2-1.
Aye.
And that one upstairs.
Woo! White Sox.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Soto makes the play, and that will end the inning. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's a lead for the American League. 7-0. Back here at Great American
Leading off
Ballpark,
for the
here's a big
American
power
League
threat.
All-Stars,
Juan Soto.
Right fielder, Juan Soto.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
And that's off the inside edge. The count now 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Let's go. All right, Sox. Woo!
Judge in the box now. No balls and a strike. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Tyler Gilbert up and throwing. Judge goes 6 feet 7 inches, 280 pounds. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Judge comes up empty there.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Let's go, Chicago.
And that
1
one
ball,
missing low.
2 strikes.
That one off the mark. Ball 2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
This one high in the air to left center. Robert moves under it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
2 outs, base is empty. Yordan Alvarez, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. And he hits a ground ball right side. In time to Vaughn. And they get the out on Alvarez. 3rd out. So they make short work of him there. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. The AL leads it 7-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now the right fielder, Mike Tauchman.
Let's do this, White Sox.
Right down the chute. That's strike 1.
You know, these White Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swing and a miss. Corbin Burns the strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Robert, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Go Sox.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Let's go, Sox.
And that's
1
in the
ball,
dirt.
2 strikes.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And there's 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
All right, White Sox.
Benintendi in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike.
Come on, White Sox.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball.
Let's go, Sox.
Foul ball still 0-2. Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Chi Sox held in check here. They continue to trail 7-0. New inning getting started. And the batter now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering upstairs.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
That one
2
missing
balls, 2
inside.
strikes.
Let's go, White Sox.
Next pitch is downstairs. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Jose Ramirez. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power.
Go Sox!
Right through there for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. That one carrying. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Get him doubled up!
Pulls that one foul. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Robert hauls it in, 2 away. So a man aboard, and here is Stephen Kwan.
Come on, White Sox.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Robert sizes this one up, brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. The AL out front here, 7-0. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Andrew Vaughn.
Let's go Sox! Come on, Sox! You can do it!
Burns back to work. Smoked on the ground a second. Slings to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So up next for Chicago, Josh Rojas. First time up, he grounded to 3rd.
Come on, Sox.
And there's a foul ball.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
1 down, base is empty. In for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Go Sox.
On the ground. Ramirez sends it to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
And up next for Chicago, Lenny Sosa grounded out his first time.
Southside!
And a foul ball. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
The count.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Not going their way. It's 7-0. All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. First pitch misses. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Kboser, the left-hander, up and throwing. Leisure also throwing.
Let's go Sox!
And the 1-0. And another ball. Next offering
ball 3.
upstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Strike.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
That's out.
Henderson, the next to hit, takes outside. Next offering in there for a strike. And now it's even 1-1.
Come on, Red Sox. Swing now.
The shortstop
Oh,
takes the
that pitch is
ball.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
That one's in there. It's 2-2.
3-2.
In the dirt. Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Benintendi is there. And there's one down.
Now batting, right fielder Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now. A walk and a pair of strikeouts.
Hey, double him up.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. The 0-2. Oh, that fastball drilled him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Up next for
2
the
on with 1
American
out.
center
And next
fielder,
will be the cleanup
Aaron
hitter,
Judge.
Aaron Judge. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Come on, White Sox.
In the air, foul off first.
All right, here we go.
Vaughn hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the American League, the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez.
So first and second with 2 outs. Now a chance for Yordan Alvarez.
Let's go, White Sox.
Fastball for a strike. 2 on, 2 outs. That misses off the outside edge.
Come on, Sox.
Aye.
Well, this is a higher leverage spot, and I love the way that he's turned things around. He's got 2 outs now ahead in this count, and he can pretty much dictate what's going to happen next in terms of the pitch sequence.
Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. AL leaves a pair, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Bottom of the 6th, and now it's going to be Miguel Vargas.
Designated hitter, Miguel Vargas.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
You know, these White Sox, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Hey.
Hit on the ground, and it gets through. Just like that, the perfect game is gone.
Now batting, shortstop, Brooks.
So a man at first. Now, Brooks Baldwin. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Towards first. It's through for a hit. And out to aboard.
All right. Good job.
Corey Lee steps to the plate for the White Sox. Flied to right his first time. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
All ones the count.
First and second, no outs here in the bottom of the sixth.
Go White Sox.
Just
Nope, that's a ball.
missed.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Let's go, Sox.
Nope.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
All right, Chicago.
Swing and a drive, deep right field. And it bangs off the foul pole, home run. So he blasts one out the other way, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 7-3.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Now here is Mike Tauchman.
Ball.
That misses the zone, and that's
Count
ball 1.
1-0.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and that gets down into the gap. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next to hit for the Sox, Luis Robert Jr. And first offering is fouled off. Tauchman at second with nobody out. And a curve is down and in.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Go, White Sox.
The 1-2.
2-2 the count.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
That one down the line, and that's foul. now it's even up. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Andres Munoz, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Kimbrel getting cranked up as well. Swings through that one for strike two.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Rutschman on to first, and it'll be first and third now after that miscue.
For the White Sox. First
I feel like
baseman,
that's one of those rules in baseball that's tough to explain the logic behind if you're talking to a new fan or someone trying to learn the game. It's like, wait, what? The batter struck out, but he still gets to be on first base?
Yeah, I hear you. It's a weird one. Plus, the pitcher gets credit for the strikeout. It's an offer for the batter. But, of course, no out is actually recorded. Kind of one of those, just trust me, let's move on situations. Vaughn in now, takes ball one off the plate. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Lunging, but can't bring it in. The runner from third comes across as they get one back. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That's it for Corbin Burnes. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the
A new
American
pitcher
League.
in the game, Andres
Number
Munoz.
75.
And this is an important part of this game.
Munoz.
Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
2 on, 1 out. Josh Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Pitch misses there. 1-1.
1-1. Stay out of the double play.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Benintendi comes in to score. And it's an RBI single, and now just a 2-run deficit.
These guys are relentless. Just till the bell sounds, and they are going to keep coming at you, trying to get you into the corner and knock you out.
Sosa in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And another ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Next offering is in for a strike. 1 out. Runners at first and second.
3 balls.
In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Let's go.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss.
3-2.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
And now the DH, Miguel Vargas.
All right, White Sox.
That's down and in. A slider missed. Two aboard, 2 outs. Line drive, base hit. Headed for the plate. 1 runs in. Runner around third on his way to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. So in the end, 10 come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. We're through 6 full. The American Leaguers on top, 7-6. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jordan Leisure.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Leisure, a 6'3" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a 2-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter.
Let's do this, White Sox.
Nope. Ball 1.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
What was that?
So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And the batter now, Jose Ramirez. Runner takes off. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Ball to strike. Swing and a foul out of play.
Punch him out.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Runner at first with no outs here.
Strike him out.
Pop up here, third base side. Lee has this one sized up. Hauls it in for the out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Here's Adley Rutschman.
Keep it on the ground. Turn 2.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Save.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
1 out and a runner at second here in the top half of inning number 7.
Let's go, White Sox.
Outside low, and it's a ball and a strike.
Go Sox.
This one in the air. Lee. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
That was a good, hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Kwan stands in now and watches strike 1.
Let's go, Chicago.
And delivers
That's the
outside.
ball.
Guerrero at second with 2 down. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Strike him out. Swing.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. The AL leads it 7-6.
Now pitching for the
We're back in a new
American League.
pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th.
38.
Kirby Yates.
Well, the
Kirby
best
Yates.
relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Brooks Baldwin
And
steps to the
leadoff
plate for the White Sox.
White Sox. Shortstop Brooks Baldwin.
And that's downstairs. Ball 1. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fouled off. He was late.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
That one missed. And that's outside. Corey Lee in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the tying run is on base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting. the
No
catcher,
outs,
Corey
runner at first.
Lee.
Now it's the White Sox catcher, Corey Lee.
Let's go one more time, baby.
Late swing fouled off.
Let's go, White Sox.
Late swing fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Let's go.
Just missed.
That's out.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Now it's the right fielder, Mike Tauchman. 1 for 3. On the ground, could be 2. Over to Altuve. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Now pitching. for
Welcome
the
back,
White
and a
Sox.
new arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Number
Frazier
55.
Ellard.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game.
For the
Jose
American League
Altuve
All-Star.
getting ready to hit.
Second baseman,
Known for his
Jose
late-inning
Altuve.
heroics.
Overrated.
And there's a ball.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That's off the
And
mark.
Walter.
2-0.
2-0.
That's down and in. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Come on, Sox.
one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now batting, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Now the number 2 hitter, Gunnar Henderson. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Sox, come on, Sox. You can do it.
That misses,
that's down.
and it's 1-0. Movement in the bullpen, Kboser. The left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. Varland, a right-hander, loosening up as well.
Go Sox.
And a foul ball.
All right, here we go.
Swing. 2 balls.
In
1
the
strike.
dirt.
Come on.
That's in there, and the count's even at 2. Ground ball could be 2. Good feed, that's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. At the plate,
Now batting,
Juan Soto.
right fielder,
Got to be careful
Juan
with a slugger
Soto.
like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Step off, throw to first, and he's back in there.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boog.
Outside low, and that is ball 1. Just off the outside edge. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Let's go, Chicago.
Next offering is fouled back. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on.
Punch him out.
Next offering is down low. Ball 3.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Sit him down. Strike him out.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Come on now.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been
Now
really
batting,
patient at
the
the
center
plate.
fielder,
The game
Aaron
plan that he's sticking
Judge.
to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
First and second, 1 out. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate.
Come on, Sox.
That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Now the 0-1. The other way, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Now it's the
Now batting,
DH, Yordan
designated hitter,
Alvarez.
Yordan
0 for 3
Alvarez.
in this one.
Come on, White Sox.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Punch him out.
That
1 ball,
misses,
2
and the
strikes.
count is 1 and 2. First and second, 2 down.
Strike him out.
And he grounds one to the right side. In time, Duvall. That ends the inning as they squander a chance to pick up some insurance. So they strand a pair. Last half of the 8th coming up. The AL out front here, 7-6. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Clay Holmes.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
Junior.
Let's go, White Sox.
Right through there for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Emmanuel Clase, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity.
Come on, Doc.
0-1 now. And fouled off.
Go, White Sox.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Makes the grab, and there's one down.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Andrew Benintendi steps up. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
All right, Chicago.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And that skips in the dirt. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And he swings over the top there.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that quickly 2 away.
For the White Sox, first baseman.
Next to hit, Andrew Vaughn.
Let's go, Sox.
That's a strike. White Sox down a run.
All right, Sox.
And that is out of play.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
And a good eye there.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Go, White Sox.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Down in order go the White Sox. They're right in it, though. It's 7-6. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Gus Varland.
Now pitching for the White Sox.
And now the
Number
first
37.
baseman, Vladimir Guerrero
Gus
Jr.
Garland.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. See you later. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. goes deep, and they add to their lead. It's 8-6.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Ramirez, the next to hit, takes ball one. Right through there for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Kboser appears to be getting loose. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it one-hops the wall. Around first, heading for two. And he's got his second double of the game.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Here's the catcher to hit, Adley Rutschman. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Ramirez stands at second with no outs. Swinging a foul straight back. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Man at second. And that's too high. And it remains 2-2. Hard hit, left field, base hit. They're waving Ramirez home. He will score. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Runner takes off, right side, and that's just foul. In the dirt, gets away from Lee. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Inside, and a count 2-1.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late, gave up on it a little bit early.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Gus Varland. Done for the day, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching
New pitcher for the White Sox, Kbo생중계.
number
And this could be a
71.
pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Jose Altuve digs in now. Singy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. There's a strike.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
0-2 now. Line to left. And he'll play it on a bounce. The throw in. But it's offline. It's 10-6.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. And the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. That one fouled off. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, you know, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
Big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, right fielder.
So 2 down now, and here is Juan Soto. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. 2 outs.
Ball, that's out.
Let's do this, White Sox.
That one finds the corner, and the count 1-2. Went with the
That's a
sweeper, but it misses.
2-2 the count.
Shut him down. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Already 3 runs across in the frame here at the top of the 9th. Oh, that plunked him.
That got him.
And that's
First
now
base.
twice he's been hitting this one.
Now batting, the center
Aaron
fielder,
Judge
Aaron
at the plate.
Judge.
Give it to him, Chicago.
All right, Sox, let's go.
First pitch just misses. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Foul ball there.
Let's go, White Sox.
Just
Whoa, who
missed.
cares?
Judge waits. And a swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Next offering way upstairs. Yordan Alvarez up next for the American League. This one in the air, right field.
All day, baby.
Let's go.
He's there. He's got it. And that is that. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. One was the solo homer. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's a lead for the American League. It's 10-6. Back here in Cincinnati, here's the third baseman, Josh Rojas.
Go Sox!
Holmes back to work. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Next pitch is outside.
Let's go, Sox.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Let's go, Chicago.
2-2 the count.
Let's go.
Good job to fight that one off. Line drive, and it goes just foul.
So close to possible extra bases right there. Just couldn't keep it fair down the line.
Just off the outside part of the plate. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Come on, let's keep it going.
Sosa in the box now. No balls and a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it. Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And now just 2 outs away.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
Base hit now!
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swinging a foul straight back. And 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
Now batting, shortstop.
And now the shortstop, Brooks Baldwin.
Come on, White Sox.
And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Holmes is just one strike away.
One ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's carrying. That's not coming back. And they cut into the lead. It's 10-8. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Clay Holmes will depart. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Emmanuel Clase comes on trying to close it out.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Corey Lee steps to the plate for the White Sox. Ball one, no strikes. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth.
One more time.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And strike one to the catcher.
That's ball 3.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the last half of inning number 9. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
But we saw both teams come ready to swing it in this one, and they found a lot of success. Couple of touchdowns up on the board today. Pretty amazing, and it turned out to be a close one considering all the runs put up. Really wild.
And this one ends the final 10-8. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got a perfect day for baseball. It's the American League All-Stars going up against the Chicago White Sox.
And now.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
Chicago White Sox.
About to get started here. And on the hill, Martin Perez.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Jose Altuve leading things off and takes the strike. Swung on, belted. That's back there. That's down. One hops off the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Henderson will hit next. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Runner at second, nobody out.
Let's go, Sox. Come on, Sox. You can do it.
Pitch misses. 1-2 to count.
Sit him down. That's come on, punch him out.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Here's Juan Soto.
Come on, Fred. Right.
That misses the zone. Ball 1. This one in the dirt. Altuve leads off second with 1 gone in the inning.
Nope, outside.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Aaron Judge.
2 on, 1 out. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. That's outside. And that's ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Judge waits. That one outside, and now 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Come on, White Sox.
In there at the knees, and it's 2-1.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike. That's a little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Yordan Alvarez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Punch him out.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's Yordan Alvarez. Ball one there. Two on, two outs. That's inside. And the count is 2-0. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he left that changeup up, got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Let's go, Sox.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball three. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Punch him out!
And that'll load the bases.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Come on, White Sox!
Hit on the ground to short. Baldwin. They take the force out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. Time for the White Sox to go to work. No score. Back here at Great American Ballpark, getting the nod on the mound, Corbin Burns.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Bottom of the first, here's Mike Tauchman. Fought off foul. Tauchman hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2013.
Big hit, baby.
And the 0-1. Late swing, foul to the left. Out to short.
Come on, come on!
Henderson over to first in time. And a quick out, number 1.
Batting second, center fielder, Luis
Luis Robert
Jr.
now.
Luis, start it up.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the
One
count.
out, bases empty.
Let's go, Luis!
Hard hit left side.
Come on, come on!
And they take care of Robert for the out.
Come on!
Batting third, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
2 down, bases empty. Benintendi up here.
Come on, Andy. Come on, Andy.
That one ripped, but foul. 2 outs, bases empty.
Come on, Sox.
Headed towards the corner. Quan sprinting after it. Can't get there. This one lands foul.
Come on, Sox.
In the dirt. Now 1-2. And they'll do it again. Next offering is downstairs.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two outs. That's hard hit on the line. That is the inning. We move to the second here in Cincinnati. No score. Second inning set to go. Here's Jose Ramirez.
All-Stars. Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Let's do it, Sox!
And there's the strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's 0-2. And ball one. And that one a little below the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting 8th, catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Here's Adley Rutschman. Second inning here, no score.
Make the play.
Runner on the move. Tap foul at the plate.
Strike him out!
On the ground, 2 ball. To second, there's one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Batting 9th, left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan now at the plate.
Let's turn 2.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Rutschman leads off first with 1 away.
All right, Chicago. Strike.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3 double play. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Bottom of the second, and here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
First baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Burns, multi-time All-Star. He throws a cutter, a curve, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. That misses the zone. Now 2-0.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Go White Sox.
Fouled off down the right side. On the ground to third.
Get there.
Fires over to Guerrero. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting 5th, third baseman, Josh Rojas.
Here's Josh Rojas. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
And that's outside. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
On the ground, right side.
What was that?
And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Go White Sox.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That clips the corner.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Let's go White Sox.
Missed with a changeup. And a count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
We got full count.
Get on base.
Got him swinging. Shy Sox held in check here. We'll move to the third with no score. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Overrated.
Perez back to work. That one in the dirt. 1-0. And downstairs.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Come on, White Sox, let's go.
And that
Ball
one
3.
missing low.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Sit him down.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Now batting, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Stepping in, Gunnar Henderson.
Hey now, turn 2 here.
That one
That's a ball.
missed. Top of
Ball
the
1,
third,
no
no score. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Just
Nope, that's a ball.
missed.
Go, Red Rock.
That
Ball
one
3.
misses, and the count is 3-1.
Come on, Sox.
Next offering is fouled back.
Sit him down.
a foul ball. He stays alive.
Finish him.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
And that one is lifted in the air. Tachman puts it away for the out. 1 away. Here's a big power
Up next
threat.
for the
Juan
American
Soto
League,
worked a
right
walk
fielder
in his first
Juan
trip to the plate.
Soto.
Oh, now, let's turn 2.
Altuve runs. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag out at second.
Well, you can get away a little bit with not being so accurate when you've got such a great arm and you get rid of it quickly, and that's what happened right there. He made up for the lack of accuracy with excellent velocity. Nice job with the catch and throw right there.
Two outs. Fouled off left side. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. No score. And we're back. And now the DH, Miguel Vargas.
Designated hitter, Miguel Vargas.
There's a strike. And there's a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
All right, White Sox.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Stays alive. That one misses in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Got him. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. So up next, Brooks Baldwin.
Woo! White Sox.
A little bit low.
Nice take. Let's do this, White Sox.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing and a ground ball, and that's a fair ball.
Batting ninth, catcher.
Here's Corey Lee.
Lee.
Burns with a move to first, and he's back in on a dive.
Come now, here we go.
First
Counts
offering
1-0.
misses badly for ball 1.
Give it to him, Chicago.
High fly ball, right field. Soto pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 away. Mike Tachman,
Now
the next to
batting,
hit,
the right
grounded out his
fielder,
first time.
Mike Tachman.
All right, Sox, let's go.
Misses off the inside. Ball 1. He was late there, strike one.
1-1. Let's go, White Sox.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Off the mark there. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Let's go, Sox.
And there's a hit. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. So here's Robert now. He's 0 for 1. That's a little bit low.
1-0.
Runners on first and third, 2 away here in the last half of the third. Top of the zone for a called strike. And fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for the
Start of the
American
fourth,
League,
it's Aaron
center
Judge
fielder
now.
Aaron Judge.
Judge, a former All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's usually in right field, but today he's patrolling center. The changeup missing, and 1-1.
Some guys love to make that adjustment from a corner spot to center field because in center you get the best view of the ball game. You're looking straight in at the hitter's area. On the corners, you're blocked a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first, gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike. Next is the designated hitter, Yordan Alvarez. Walked his first time.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. Safe. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
Well, that grounder up the middle made it a little more challenging than a routine ball right at him, but it's definitely a play you expect to make as a middle infielder, and I'm sure he wants that one back, but for now, he's just got to get ready for the next one and make a play.
Go ahead run on base. Here goes the runner. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose
Down the third
Ramirez.
baseman, Jose Ramirez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
0-1. Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Two outs. That one found hard the other way. Fourth inning underway, no score. Outside corner got him looking. So no runs, no hits, and one error, but they leave him stranded. On now to the bottom of the fourth. We're tied, 0-0. Back here in Cincinnati, and now Andrew Benintendi.
Left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Come on, White Sox.
Just missed.
You know, these White Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
That one the other way. Henderson over to first in time. One out in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting, first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Grounded out his first time up.
Come on, Sox.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Right through there for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Josh Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Grounded out his first time up. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one.
Let's go, Sox. Come on.
Two down, nobody on. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is down low. Outside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Back up, outfield.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Sosa in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike.
Let's go, Sox.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. Pitch misses. 2-1.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Rojas off of first with 2 away. There's a strike up high. 2-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. High fly ball out into left center field.
We're better than now.
Kwan right there to make the grab. And that is that. So one left for the White Sox, and we are still scoreless. Back here at Great American Ballpark, top five, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Adley Rutschman.
Catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Come on, White Sox!
Come on, White Sox.
Inside,
ball one.
and that is ball one. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Kboser preparing to come on if needed. Gilbert getting loose as well.
Let's go, Chicago.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Let's go, kid!
And he swings through that one.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Line to left. And foul ball. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Now batting left fielder,
Stephen Kwan getting ready to hit. And a foul ball. All tied up, and we're at the top of the fifth. On the ground right side, Sosa.
Yeah, baby.
2 up, 2 down.
That's it.
Up next for the American League. Second
Jose
baseman,
Altuve up to hit here.
Overrated.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss.
Wow.
0-1's the count.
That's not even close to the zone.
Next pitch is downstairs.
1-1.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field.
Come on, kid!
And that one is off the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin.
Shortstop.
And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Gunnar Henderson, 0 for 2 in this one. There's a strike.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Man on second, 2 down. Slap the other way, foul. Popped up. And that's the 3rd out. AL leaves 1, still no score. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas.
All right, Chicago.
Ripped to short.
Get there.
In plenty of time to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
For the White Sox. Shortstop Brooks Baldwin.
Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. And he's already singled in this game.
Come on, Sox.
Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
All right, Sox.
The 0-2. Ball one there.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And up next for Chicago, Corey Lee. He's 0 for 1. That finds the mark on the inside corner. Looked like it was a little bit up.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And misses inside. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And that is cut on and missed. And it's 3-2.
The count is full.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Mike Tauchman, 1 for 2.
Go, Red Sox.
That's a ball.
In the dirt.
Come on, White Sox, let's go.
Swinging a foul out of play. The other way. To second, Altuve. That's the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. And we still have no score. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Kboser.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 71, Kboser.
So digging in, Juan Soto. He is struck out, and he is walked.
Right fielder, Juan Soto.
First pitch misses. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Gus Varland, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Ellard, a left-hander, also throwing.
That's outside.
Just
No, that's
missed.
down.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Over the bullpen and out of here. Home run. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's 1-0.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here comes Aaron Judge.
Shut him down. Let's do it.
Pitch misses, and that's ball one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Center field. Robert moves under it. One down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
And next is the
Yordan
designated hitter,
Alvarez.
Yordan Alvarez. And he pumps it a strike. One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And that's outside. And now it's even 1-1. And a sweeper misses for a ball. Late that time, and it's strike two.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting, first baseman.
So two down now, and here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. And the first offering is not close. And there's a ball.
No strike.
And now 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one drilled left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
Let's do this, White Sox.
Burns back to work. Pitch misses inside. Ball one. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And that's in for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Kirby Yates, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Holmes also getting ready. Outside, 2-2. And La Pantera heads back to the dugout after the K.
Now batting, left
Andrew
fielder,
Benintendi up to the
Andrew
plate.
Benintendi.
Let's go, White Sox. Let's go, Sox.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. White Sox down a run.
Let's go, Chicago.
There's a strike. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
White Sox down a run. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's a walk.
Ball four, that's
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone.
Oh, very close with the location right there. It's just tough to get rewarded on the call with pitches near the top of the strike zone.
First baseman,
One down. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that's off the outside edge. 1-0.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
Grounded to third. Could be 2. Over to Altuve. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Jordan Leisure on to pitch out of the pen here.
Now pitching for the White Sox, number 49, Jordan Leisure.
Well,
Leading
one-run
off for
game,
the
and
American
now it's
League
switch hitting third
All-Stars,
baseman
third
Jose
baseman,
Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Leisure goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a two-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. In there at the knees, and the count is 1-1. Next offering is outside. Rips that one to right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman digs in now. That one misses. Ball 1. And downstairs.
2-0.
Clips the corner. And it's 2-1.
2-1.
And that's outside.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
That's a walk. Went with another changeup and missed the spot.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Man at first with one gone. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Stop the cold right here.
And that catches the low inside corner. Good fastball. In there at the knees for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Oh, sit him down.
And that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Sit him down.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Feeds to second, out there. Over to first, that's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The AL leads it 1-0.
Now pitching for the
We're back in a new
American League,
pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Kirby Yates.
Kirby Yates.
So digging in, Josh Rojas.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
That's a strike across the top of the zone.
0-1.
Out towards left center. Quan heads after it. Brings it in. And there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
So up next, Lenny Sosa. That clips the corner. Trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. Next offering is downstairs.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
2 balls,
And
1
that's
strike.
down and away. The 2-1. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. Takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Miguel Vargas now at the plate.
Let's go, White Sox!
On the corner for a strike.
0-1.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. Still behind by a count of 1-0.
Now pitching. for
Welcome
the
back,
White
and a
Sox,
new arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Number
Frazier
55.
Ellard.
Frazier Ellard.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Overrated!
That's in there. Strike 1.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
That one not close. Now 2-2. And that one ripped into right and foul ball. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Now the number 2 hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
Hey, put him away, kid. Let's go.
In the air, left side. Benintendi is there. Nabs it. That's out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan Soto.
And now the right fielder, Juan Soto. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
that one upstairs, ball one. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tyler Gilbert, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Varland warming up as well. That one hammered center field.
Get down, ball.
Robert
Get down,
going back
ball.
on it. Tattooed and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add on. It's 2-0.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
2 outs, nobody on. Here is Aaron Judge. That misses the zone, and that is ball one. That misses off the outside edge.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Yeah, Judge takes a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Yordan Alvarez up next for the American League. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're in the top of the 8th.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Now a jump throw, and he gets him. Nicely done. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And it's 2-zip. You're dialed into the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Clay Holmes.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Brooks Baldwin.
Shortstop, Brooks Baldwin.
Come on, Sox.
First offering in the dirt. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Emmanuel Clase, the closer, is getting loose.
Let's go, Sox!
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Come on, Sox!
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Foul ball left side, he'll see another. And a 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. On the ground, out to short. And he'll be safe at first.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
And now here is Corey Lee. And that skips in the dirt.
This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just off the inside edge. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Baldwin gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Next offering is down low.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Let's go, kid.
The tying run at the plate, and the tying run is on base.
Base knock and now a free pass. This has the makings of a big inning if they can get a couple more quality at bats.
Mike Tauchman, the next to hit, 1 for 3.
Need a base hit here. Come on, White Sox. Let's do it, Sox.
That's outside, and that's ball 1.
All right, Chicago.
And another ball.
No strike. Let's go, drive it.
And a slider in there for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
One time, baby, let's go.
On a line out towards center. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
Luis Robert Jr. steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3 in this one.
Let's keep it going.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
2 on, 1 out. And that is out of play.
All right, Sox.
The delivery to Robert. And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And a swing and a miss. And now 2 gone.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his club.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1's the count.
Two on, 2 outs.
Go, White Sox. Go, White Sox.
In the air, left field, down the line. And a foul ball.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
0-2 now. He goes down looking.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
pitching.
We're
for
back.
White
It's the
Sox,
top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound.
64.
Number 64.
Shane Smith.
Now it's the
Leading off
DH,
for the
Yordan
American League
Alvarez.
All-Stars,
Both the
the
infield and the
designated
outfield
hitter,
shifted
Yordan
over to the right.
Alvarez.
Well struck right field. That's back there.
Get down, Burger.
Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will hit next. And that one is inside. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Tyler Gilbert getting ready to go. Schuster getting cranked up as well. One down, base is empty. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and that's a two-bagger.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Jose Ramirez digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. Jose Ramirez bops one out, and they add a pair. It's 4-0.
Pitchers hate going against Jose Ramirez because he tends to punish the baseball. This is just the latest example of it. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
And now, Adley Rutschman. That one misses, and that's ball one. Still only one out here in the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line, and Benintendi able to make the grab. Out number 2.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Ball one.
Up the middle, Sosa on the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Andres Munoz.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Now here is Andrew Vaughn. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
Andrew Vaughn.
Munoz, an all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a sinker. And that one is downstairs, and 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Goes down looking.
Well, this is no secret. That slider is going to be his go-to pitch. Everyone in the ballpark knows it. It's a massive part of his arsenal, and he'll throw it a lot and in pretty much any count, any situation, and he's going to look to punch guys out as well. I tell you what, the effectiveness of that slider is always a big key for him.
Rojas at the plate now. That's ball one.
Ball two.
There's a strike, and it's 2-1.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
And that's in for a strike. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Judge has it sized up. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the second baseman, Lenny Sosa. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And that's in the dirt. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that misses. And that's ball 2. And the slider just misses.
All right, White Sox.
In for a strike. 3-1. Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now the DH, Miguel Vargas. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That one missing inside.
Let's do this, White Sox.
Check swing, called strike.
Let's go, White Sox.
Next offering is fouled back.
Better back up,
The
outfield.
White Sox down to their final strike.
That's ball
Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.